Namo, Amitabha Buddha. Dharma teachings on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth. Namo, Amitabha Buddha. Seeking a rebirth in the land of serenity bliss means you are enlightened. On hearing the pure land of serenity bliss, we desire to attain a rebirth. This wish can also be fulfilled. It is thus stated in the sutra, a man who hears the pure land of serenity bliss desires to attain a rebirth can have his vow fulfilled. A man who hears the name of the Pure Land and desires to attain a rebirth. In the Pure Land Dharma door, as long as you desire to attain a rebirth, in the Western land of ultimate bliss, the desire to attain a rebirth shows that you are enlightened. Why do we bring forth the mind to attain a rebirth? This is because the name of ultimate bliss is hitting at your mind unceasingly, touching it continually. Finally, you desire to attain a rebirth. You are enlightened. The name can enlighten the living beings. If you desire to attain a rebirth, you can attain a rebirth. Once you are born, you can accomplish Buddhahood. Not only that you are enlightened, you are certified to the fruition of Buddhahood. This is truly inconceivable. Some people recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, but do not seek to attain a rebirth. Why does he recite Namo Amitabha Buddha? He is saying this, Amitabha Buddha, I pray that my illness will be cured. Amitabha Buddha, I pray that I'll be cured of the illness. Amitabha Buddha, he does not seek a rebirth. His recitation is to cure his illness. Finally, he is not cured. Ayo, Amitabha Buddha, when can you come to bring me to your land? I want to go quickly. He is enlightened. The name can enlighten living beings. As long as you want to attain a rebirth, this is enlightenment. Because the triple realm is a world of transmigration, living beings are like the silkworm chrysalis, which is wrapped like a cocoon. It said, so warm, so comfortable. It does not know that it will be thrown into the boiling water very soon. If it knows this, it will be thinking, oh no, I have to leave immediately. It is enlightened. It knows it must leave now. We are in the triple realm, transmigrating continually on the six paths. We are going up and down all the time. We have not attained enlightenment. Once we want to leave the triple realm, it is like the silkworm, which breaks itself from the cocoon and transforms into the moth to fly out. It is enlightened. King Yama can no longer catch hold of you. When the mind to seek a rebirth in the Pure Land is brought forth, this is a very great matter. If not for the Buddha and Bodhisattvas who come to the Triple Realm to shout in your ears every day, seek a rebirth in the Pure Land. Seek a rebirth in the Pure Land. Do you think you can remember to seek a rebirth in the Pure Land? To leave the Triple Realm? You simply cannot remember this. You are still dreaming about your son, grandson, houses, cars, your wife and sons. Then you plan for your future generations. You look for a graveyard for your past ancestors so that they can protect your sons and grandsons. Are you trying to protect your sons and grandsons so that they can continue to transmigrate? In the Triple Realm, living beings in the Saha world are narrow-minded and inferior. Now that these stubborn living beings are taught, and finally they desire to seek a rebirth in the Pure Land to accomplish Buddhahood, they have brought forth the Bodhi mind. Amitabha Buddha is the genuine, magnificent educator. Our mind capacity gradually becomes expansive. We are willing to go to the Pure Land. This is a great matter. We have total faith that an inferior living being who recites Namo Amitabha Buddha once, giving to a thought to seek a rebirth in the Western world of ultimate bliss, instantly the words are spread in the Buddha lands, praising thus, oh, so-and-so in the Saha world finally want to attain a rebirth in the Pure Land. The Buddhas in the 10 directions said to Amitabha Buddha, thumbs up for you. You have educated him successfully. This is such a stubborn lump of steel that you managed to move his heart. Even he wants to be born in the Pure Land. This is your success. So the lands in the 10 directions, not the 14 Buddha lands, living beings from immeasurable Buddha lands wish to be born in Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, are as many as the raindrops. All the Buddhas push the living beings to the Pure Land of ultimate bliss. This is truly inconceivable. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. 2. When the mind is expansive, we feel comfortable by Dharma Master Jingzong. Namo, Amitabha, Buddha. In the world of ultimate bliss, there is the adornment of raining down the flowers and clothes, with the accomplishment of all kinds of musical instruments. This is truly unique. Mostly in drawing, we draw a lute, or a bell, or other musical instruments. In the world of ultimate bliss, the musical sounds are often rained down from the sky naturally, with a variety of transformation. We feel so good. So, if you enjoy beautiful scenery, go to the Pure Land of ultimate bliss. You can enjoy the sights. In the morning and evening, we can go to Wu Taishan, the eastern tide, to watch the sea-like clouds. The colorful clouds extend expansively to infinity in the skyline, and our mind will also become expansive. Seeing such states is very comfortable. We feel bright and pure. What is more, when we arrive at the world of ultimate bliss. In this world, watching the scenery on the mountain of Wu Taishan is different from the scenery at the mountain foot. When we arrive at the world of ultimate bliss, the highest mountain in the Dharma realm, we stand there and take a look. There are the unending layers of Dharma realms. The pure lands of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas come forth like waves, layers after layers. They shine in the golden lights. How can we not enlighten on seeing these? Naturally, we are enlightened. Our mind is very extensive. How can we not bring forth the Bodhi mind? Men are like that. When they stay at one place, they are restricted by the surroundings. A man who has not left his small mountain village the whole life will only talk about the family affairs of Zhang and Li. He is very narrow-minded. Staying in the nook of that small mountain, he can only see the summit of the opposite mountain. His mind is that narrow. Our surroundings mold our mind in such a way. Once we arrive at the world of ultimate bliss, the capacity of that land becomes the mind capacity of living beings. The whole Dharma realm is in our sight. By then, we will have the Buddha's eyes open up. The mundane eyes cannot see these. So our mind becomes extensive naturally. Our mind capacity also opens up. We feel comfortable. If you are narrow-minded, you feel very unhappy. Dharma teaching on the commentary on the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. Namo, Amitabha, Buddha. In the worldly realm, which thing does not drain us? This world is defiled and impure. People enjoy love, power, money, frequenting the brothels. Some like to go on adventures. Some enjoy exciting games. All these are very tiresome, aren't they? It is so tired to earn the money. It is so tired to spend the money. Keeping money is also very tiresome. Losing the money is most exhausting. The spider vomits the silk to bind itself, and so is the cocoon. The spider vomits the silk, which becomes its bondage, while the silkworm also binds itself up in its silk. This is the way we men are living, binding ourselves up. Throughout our life, we are very calculative, establishing our home of bliss, our children and grandchildren, houses, properties, and such like. Everything we do is to bind ourselves up. In this worldly realm, we are born from love and we are bound by love. People say that it is good to have loving affection in the world, but they do not know love is afflictions. Abandon love in exchange of no love. Without love and warmth, it is like the icy knife. People say, it is good to be loyal and righteous. They feel that a man cannot be without emotion. They do not know that with love there is afflictions. So throw away love in exchange of no love. Without love and warmth, we are worse than the icy knife. Our mind is very cold. We cannot live like that either. To be reasonable refers to the concept of emotions and principles. Sentient beings are attached to emotions, which bring on lots of sufferings, so they need to counteract with principles. By doing so, we can be objective, calm and less afflictions. Those who are heavily attached to emotions are more afflicted. By comparing the sagely path door and the Pure Land door, the sagely path door stresses more on principles, while the Pure Land door stresses on emotions. It does not mean it is emotional with feelings, emotional attachment. But with emotions we can be expediently transformed. We mundane men are with emotions. It would be difficult for us to abandon emotions. This would then become the difficult path, which is too difficult for us. So Amitabha Buddha's rescue is to follow the emotion of sentient beings. He gives us warmth, loving kindness. We can understand this warmth. I can feel the love of the Buddha for me. He is loving and righteous. In the Shurangama Sutra, it is thus stated, when the mind is replete with thoughts, it ascends. When the mind is enveloped in love and emotions, it falls. To be replete with thoughts, refer to right thinking which is reasonable. We can attain liberation. If the mind is full of emotions, it falls. Emotions, sticky, greasy, clinging, tiresome, limited, bondage, netting, binding, pestering, defiled, fatigued, deluded, lost, chasing after, transmigration. Emotional refers to feeling an emotion, feeling love, state of mind, character, friendship, love for homeland, past love. Emotion represents sticky and greasy, clinging obstructions, being limited and bound, binding, netting, tying up, pestering, mixed up and defiled, tiresome, stupid and deluded, confused, transmigration. Generally speaking, these are the side effects from the mundane men's defiled emotions. Even though we are Amitabha reciters, we need to train ourselves to adjust our emotions, to find the equilibrium between emotions and principles. This is especially true for the layman, husband and wife, children. We must not tie up each other so tightly. We should relax more, see through such relationships. Everyone treats each other kindly. Then we will feel better. Do not tie up too tightly. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Shi Jingzong. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Why the lights of the world of ultimate bliss are able to break down darkness. Why the lights from the world of ultimate bliss are able to break down darkness. While the lights of the Saha world are neutral, it cannot break down darkness. Sunlight is able to brighten up a dark room. The Buddha's light is able to break down the darkness in our mind. Once we are born in that land, we dwell in the Buddha nature and love. We are enveloped in the Buddha's lights. This is like the salty taste of the seawater. Everywhere is salty. In that Buddha land, it is the taste of purity, the taste of Dharma bliss, the taste of Buddha's kindness and compassion. So everywhere is pure, with Dharma bliss, with kindness and compassion, with enlightenment. The bright and purity, illumination shine in the worldly realm. Shine refers to the two types of worldly realms. The lights shine when the external states, the dependent reward worldly realm. We can understand this point. But how can the lights shine into the mind and break down the darkness? The darkness in the mind needs the shine of the mind lights. This principle is very simple and natural. The darkness in the mind cannot be broken down with external lights, but once we are connected to the Buddha's mind lights, the darkness is erased. The wisdom is clear and penetrative. This is the lights of the world of ultimate bliss. The lights of the world of ultimate bliss is not neutral. It is not without love. It is kindness and compassion, a loving mind, the Buddha's wisdom. Once we are born into the world of ultimate bliss, we fall into the loving mind of Amitabha Buddha. We are enveloped in the kindness, compassion, warmth, and wisdom. We naturally feel the warmth. Naturally, our wisdom is opened up with the breaking down of darkness. How to open the wisdom? With kindness and compassion, The Buddha's wisdom is open up. Our mind is all locked up in its capacity for clear thinking, but it opens up when the Buddha's lights of wisdom shine in. Naturally, our darkness is breaking down. Sunlight is able to break down the darkness in a room. The Buddha's light is able to break down the darkness in our mind, because the Buddha's light is the mind light. Some people are sad, with many thoughts. Such a person is unhappy. If you talk directly to his mind will open up. In the same way, when the mind dwells in darkness, you shine it with candles and lamps. It is still close, isn't it? You cannot open it up. You have to use the Buddha Dharma. The Buddha's lights shine into his mind directly. It will brighten up. Am I right? Some people listen to Namo Amitabha Buddha. On hearing the name, they have faith and joy. After listening to Amitabha Buddha's kindness and compassion, his unconditional rescue, he says, "My mind is brightened up." Can this brightness rely on the lights outside? Some old ladies often say this. We also feel the same. Our mind is brightened up with shining brightness. It is very clear as the Buddha's lights are shining in. The Buddha's lights are able to break down delusion and ignorance even in the Saha world. What is more, when we arrive at the world of ultimate bliss, everything in the world of ultimate bliss, all the lights are able to break down the darkness in our mind. This comes forth naturally. A candle lights can break down the darkness of a room. The Buddha's lights are able to break down the darkness in our mind. The Buddha's pure wisdom is the shiningly bright sun, which eradicates the delusion and darkness in the world. As this illumination comes forth from the Buddha's wisdom, it is the pure illumination. Sun is used to describe this illumination. In the Contemplation Sutra, Lady Vadehi, may the Buddha's sun, when the analogy of sun is used to describe the Buddha. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Sri Jingzong. 5. Namo Amitabha Buddha. It is thus stated in the Flower Adornment Sutra, forgetting the Bodhi mind, to cultivate the good Dharma is known as the Mara Karma. If you do good deeds with your mind apart from the Bodhi mind, the Buddha says this is the work of a Mara. Do we, the common people, dare to talk like this? How can the Buddha speak wrongly? What is the reason? Worldly goodness can only bring on the worldly blessings. In future, when the blessings become so big, you will reap the blessed karma of the at-ease Mara king. So this is the Mara karma. Here, from the Pure Line Dharma door, the Bodhi mind refers to Amitabha recitation. If we stay apart from Amitabha recitation, forget to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, whatever that we do are the Mara karma. As it is said, this is the good Dharma of the deviant path. It is the good Dharma of man and devas, which are upside down and impure, fake and unreal. Worldly people say, Buddhism is to do charity. Charity is Buddhism. May I ask you if these words are proper or improper? These are the words of the deviant paths who often use them to confuse us. Yet there are lots of people who think they are learning the Buddha Dharma as they accept them. This is already a conversion in gene. They have become the deviant paths. These are improper teachings. Charity is the world good Dharma. It must incorporate the Buddhist teaching on bringing forth the Bodhi mind. Then that is ultimately perfect in meaning. Then there are people who say Buddhism is traditional culture. Are these words correct? They are improper. Buddhism and traditional culture are not at the same level. The cultural people in the world can talk like that from his standpoint, his angle, but we as the Buddha's disciples cannot simply agree to this. Buddha Dharma is to seek liberation, to accomplish Buddhahood. Can you find such principles in the traditional culture? Traditional culture teaches you to stay on in this worldly realm. The Buddha says that this worldly realm, as the triple realm, is without peace and solace. It resembles the burning house. Traditional culture is to decorate this burning house, to make it look better, a little safer. When there is fire, they try to block it. They play the ancient musical instruments to make some tea. Do we also do this? We are here to shout at people to leave the triple realm quickly. We are here to save people, not to accompany them to play in the burning house. If you do not understand the basic teaching of the Buddha, Dharma, you will surely stay with him calmly in the burning house. This is to be heedless. This is totally playful discussion. This belongs to the description. The deviant paths look wholesome to confuse the Bodhisattva Dharma. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. A comment by Ori Dharma. Saha world is the burning house, as taught by the Buddha in the Dharma Flower Sutra. So we need to rely on Amitabha recitation to leave this burning house. Most grateful to Namo Amitabha Buddha. How to bring forth the mind. In fact, it is very easy. Our mind capacity is very small, which resembles a room. How many things can we put in a room? We put in some furniture, a few lanterns, and it is nearly full. Even if our room is big, we can put in the stars. The moon? Can we put in the stars, the moon? It is impossible. We build a big house. How big should it be in order to put in the stars and moon? If we have to build it, will we not become too exhausted? A mundane man brings forth the Bodhi mind to rescue all living beings in the 10 directions of the Dharma realm. Then he needs to expand his mind the size of the empty space. I need to expand my mind. How to expand it? It is unnecessary to magnify this house. Actually, bringing forth the mind is very relaxing. It means we accept everything, we live in accordance. It is unnecessary to build a big house. We only need to walk out from the house. Then it is done. When you walk out from your room, you can find all the stars and moon there. The stars and moon are originally an empty space. It is unnecessary to build another empty space to accommodate them. Just walk out and all the stars, the moons are ours. This is that simple. We extend our head to the exterior space. We are to bring forth the Bodhi mind. This is so simple to accomplish Buddhahood. If you desire to get close to the ocean, it is unnecessary to dig a pond to fill it up with seawater. You just jump into the ocean. This is enough. This is the way we bring forth the mind. The commentary on the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. Namo Amitabha Buddha. If the strength of upholding by the Buddha is limited to the world of ultimate bliss, we have no chance to attain a rebirth because we do not receive the strength of upholding by the Buddha in our world. So, how to attain a rebirth if we do not receive the bestowment of the Buddha's strength? So from here we can deduce that the function of being upheld by Buddha's strength must be active in this present life. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. 8. Actually, those common people who attain a rebirth have received the benefits of the bestowment of the Buddha's strength in upholding them. Without the bestowment of the Buddha's strength of upholding, the cultivation in this evil world of 5 trepidity resembles the sailing against the water current. Without the strength of the Buddha's power in upholding us, all living beings would have fallen into transmigration in accord with their greed, hatred, and delusion. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. 9. A greatly wise man looks stupid. A man with great wisdom will surely look like a fool. This is the same for many Amitabha reciters. The old ladies who are more than 80 years old do not ask many questions, aren't they? This is the meaning of a man with great wisdom looks like a fool. The university students who are 20 or 30 plus, or the graduates, they will surely not hold the beads to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Amitabha Buddha. They are very clever, wearing high degrees, short-sighted spectacles, facing the screen and check for information or write a book. These are the people with too little wisdom, doing some minor issues. They are totally incomparable to the old ladies as they are of different seed natures. In this worldly realm, the highest wisdom belongs to the nature. Do the sky and the earth say anything? Yet the myriad living things manifest. All the living beings are between the sky and the earth, but the sky and the and earth maintains silence. The myriad things grow up naturally. The problem with man is speaking too much. Why are they talking so much? Because they are thinking too much. A man with great wisdom looks like a fool. Ultimately, he receives the perfect wisdom directly. He has nothing to say, nothing to think, as this is the genuine mark, Dharma, which envelops you totally. So you just have to act in accord with the words of Great Master Tan Luan, that the snake is crooked, but once it enters the bamboo, it is straightened naturally. The genuine mark. The 6 syllables name is the bamboo stick. Once you enter, you are straightened naturally. You will naturally recite Namo, Amitabha Buddha, Namo, Amitabha Buddha. You can enter the states of genuine mark naturally. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. 10. We can recite Namo Amitabha Buddha peacefully, all because we understand the doctrine. Without the doctrine, for example, if the Pure Land ideology of Great Master Shanda is not revived, how can we have the peace of mind in Amitabha recitation? That is why it is very important to establish the Dharma door, to propagate the Dharma, to learn and investigate the doctrine of this door. Every one of us can choose to study more or a little. The aim is to bring us on to the exclusive recitation of Namo Amitabha Buddha. But in the spreading of this Dharma door, we must stress and enhance the establishment of the doctrine. There are some who choose Amitabha recitation without understanding the doctrine. This is not right. We must understand the Dharma, practice it so as not to retreat from our practice. Some people say, I recite Namo Amitabha Buddha. This is good enough. But if they do not listen to the teachings, do not follow the teachings, actually, many will become heedless. Worst comes to worst, they are lacking the power to practice and lacking in Dharma bliss. If we are firm in our learning, it enables us to continue to recite the Buddha's name. This is the advancement in learning and practice. Of course, this can be done in accord with the individual ability and mind capacity. We can follow the lessons which are suitable to our individual taste. Generally, most of us can study the following teachings. Unconditional rescue. Dharma teaching on the 18th vow. Great Master Shanda's Pure Land ideology. The core teaching of Amitabha Sutra. If you do not even study any one of these, it might be difficult for you to recite Namo Amitabha Buddha consistently. According to our individual potential, we should at least study one or learning from the CD. Our mind will open up and we can uphold the Buddha's name persistently. This is the strong power to push us on our practice, which support us, giving us the guarantee. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. 11. Do not be hateful. Hating others is hating oneself. When anger arises in you, your mind is as cold as the ice cave. The mind is filled with hatred. Worst of all, the other party does not even know this. This is indeed hating yourself. Only fools will do this, so do not hate others. Loving others is loving oneself. When we love others, our heart is full of care and warmth. Our heart is warmed up by this love. While listening, we choose to listen to good words. While talking, we only talk about good things. We choose to accept good words, spreading good news. We refuse to accept any negativities. This is because our mind is a storeroom. Some people like to spread rumors. They enjoy talking about others' affairs. They love to complain about others. They even come to my place to make a complaint. Mostly I will ignore such complaints. From young I was injected the vaccine of no decay by my mother. A man who comes to talk about the rights and wrongs of others is surely a bad complainer. Mr. C always complains about Mr. D, but Mr. D will not talk about Mr. C. I know Mr. D is a good man, as he will not complain about others. He must be good. Mr. C, who complains about others, may not be good. As the saying goes, an evil man will be the first to complain. When people come to talk about the rights and wrongs, make sure we throw all of them into the dustbin. Put them into extinction. Do not talk about the rights and wrongs of others. Do not listen to the rights and wrongs of others. We choose only to listen to kind words by Dharma Master Jingzong. 12. The name Namo Amitabha Buddha is by itself with no mark, but we are attached to marks. For living beings like us hoping to be certified to the merits and virtues of no attachment to marks, to cultivate without attaching to marks, it is impossible for us even to take the first step. This is because we see everything and get attached to marks, to its appearance. Looking at people, we are attached to their appearances. Looking at a table, we are attached. We are attached to the appearance of a table. We do not have any means to detach ourselves from those appearances. That is why the name Namo Amitabha Buddha is a name with marks. It possesses the mark of sound, the mark of words. We can even write it down using all kinds of languages. As it is with marks, we can hold on to it, attach to it. The practice is to transform the attachment to marks to enter non-attachment to marks. This is truly an inconceivable practice. A short Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. 13. What is the meaning of the 6 syllables name? It means that living beings who recite the name will surely attain a rebirth. By Dharma Master Jingzong. Living beings recite the name will surely attain a rebirth. In the rites on the praise of attaining a rebirth, it is thus said, on my attainment of Buddhahood, living beings from the 10 directions recite my name, even as little as 10 times. If they cannot attain a rebirth, I will not certify to proper enlightenment. Now that Buddha has accomplished Buddhahood, we should know his original oath and his profound vows are not fake. Living beings recite his name will surely attain a rebirth. In brief, it is the attainment of a rebirth by reciting his name. By reciting the 6 syllables name, we will surely attain a rebirth. This is the same as mentioned before. Because of such a meaning, they will surely attain a rebirth. Great Master Shandao does not speak much. His words are straight to the point, resolute. Living beings recite his name will surely attain a rebirth. What kind of living beings? Whether they are people who leave the home life or stay at home, with or without wisdom, including you and others. Living beings who recite the name will surely attain a rebirth. This is for sure. This is confirmed. It does not mean that you have the effort, that your cultivation is good, that your mind is pure. This is not the way. We should know that the original oath and profound vows are not fake. Amitabha Buddha does not cheat on you. There is no falsity. Living beings who recite his name will surely attain a rebirth. You recite my name. If you cannot attain a rebirth, I will not accomplish Buddhahood. Now he has accomplished Buddhahood. His vows are not false. So living beings who recite his name will surely attain a rebirth. If lots of principles are explained before giving the answer, we will not feel the directness. This is a Dharma door at the fruition ground. The fruit is shown directly. This is the final answer. In Amitabha Sutra, Shakyamuni speaks directly from beginning. From here, traveling to the west, after passing by 10 trillion Buddha lands, is a world known as ultimate bliss. In that land there is a Buddha by the name Amitabha Buddha, who is teaching the Dharma now. The fruits, the Buddha's name and Pure Land are spoken. This is very simple. This is the original intention for the Buddha to teach the Dharma. Great Master Shandao explained the original vows in 48 words in Mandarin. If you think it is too long, then you can take the 8 words at the back. Living beings recite the name will surely attain a rebirth. This is the conclusion. In brief, it is recite the name to attain a rebirth. Recite the name means to rely on the Buddha's vows. According to the explanation of Great Master Shandao, reciting the name is to rely on the Buddha's vows. In the Dharma Door of Opinions, Great Master thus said, on my attainment of Buddhahood, living beings in the 10 directions who wish to be born in my land can recite my name, even if they can only recite 10 times, by relying on my strength of vows that they cannot attain a rebirth. I will not attain the proper enlightenment. So it is very clear that the recitation of my name means relying on the strength of my vows. Great Master Shandao explains the meaning of the name. Reciting the name Amitabha Buddha is to rely on the strength of the Buddha's vows, because this is in accord with the Buddha's vows. The meaning is very simple and clear. Even though in the original passage there is no reciting the Buddha's name, is to rely on the strength of the Buddha's vows. But the reasonings are the same. What is the meaning of the Buddha's name? As long as we recite Namo Amitabha Buddha, we are relying on the strength of the Buddha's name. This is thus explained because there are all kinds of wrong views and wrong interpretations. Some people say in Amitabha recitation, we need to attain a pure mind to attain a rebirth. When there is no arising of thoughts, only then we can rely on the strength of the Buddha's vows. If you talk like that, you are hindering others' faith to attain a rebirth, aren't you? Recite the Buddha's name is to rely on the strength of the Buddha's vows. This is the actual intention of the Buddha. If you talk about an unconfused mind and single-mindedness, notes, it means the mind is concentrated, the one mind in phenomena and nomina. It is the same for the meaning below. To attain a rebirth, then in the records of Pure Land sages and worthies, those who attain a rebirth are little children, 2 to 3 years old, and also animals, the inferior man at the lowest position of the inferior grade. How are they going to arrive at an unconfused mind and single-mindedness? So recite the name is to rely on the strength of the Buddha's vows. We can find evidences in the sutra and the response in life. They clearly explain this point. So do not try to explain the Dharma door of Amitabha Buddha's unconditional rescue, which is ultimately as expansive as the space, into something very narrow. Finally, we also cannot attain a rebirth, saying, I cannot attain a rebirth, you cannot attain a rebirth. As I cannot attain a rebirth, I will not allow you to attain a rebirth. Look at me. A man like me cannot attain a rebirth. Can you attain a rebirth? This is to close down the Pure Land Dharma door into a tiny gap. This is incorrect. We should open the Pure Land door widely. The recitation of Namo Amitabha Buddha is to rely on the strength of the Buddha's vows. Dharma teaching on the commentary of the Shastra of Attaining a Rebirth by Dharma Master Jingzong. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Amitabha Buddha.